Invasive species. The Earth is full of creatures which have adapted to the human-dominated world. Hermit crabs make a home in discarded tin cans, and birds nest on the ledges of skyscrapers, just as their ancestors did in the hollows of high cliffs. The same is true of many of the beasts we have dismissed as fanciful tales of myth and legend. The London Underground is home to one such creature. A half-human monstrosity, covered in matted fur. Twisted horns curl from its deformed skull, and foul slobber drips from its muzzle as it shambles through the darkness, bellowing in agony, condemned to life in a body that nature never intended. The urban explorers, deep beneath the city, had been separated from one another. They had fled in panic down the dripping passages when the thing attacked, quickly losing their bearings and finding themselves alone in the dark. The creature had picked off 3 already, and the one who remained knew that it was getting closer. She felt a moment of hope as she sprinted around a corner in the disused service tunnel and came to a door, but broke down in sobs when the handle refused to move. She beat her fists against the cold steel as the sound of heavy hooves scraping on damp concrete grew closer. The hideous thing was almost on her now. She could hear the rasping breaths and snorts coming from its bloodied snout. She finally broke down and collapsed to the floor in a sobbing heap when the beast, approaching through the darkness, let loose an agonized howl. No bodies are ever found. What the creature can't consume, it conceals in the countless forgotten spaces and abandoned tunnels. Long ago, in a distant part of the world, victims were forced into its lair by their own people, an act of appeasement to keep the beast sated. When their empire was defeated, the conquerors who inherited the beast sent it to the edge of the world. Better to let barbarians sate its hunger, they thought, than sacrifice civilized folk. But the centuries passed, and the edge of the world grew more distant until there was no edge left. What had once been a backwater province became the heart of a new empire that spanned the globe, peopled with countless millions. As the city grew, so its people dug down, crafting subways and sewers, ignorant of the ancient chambers below, fashioned by long-forgotten builders. In this strange new world, the beast preys on unwary thrill-seekers, or picks off drunks and drug addicts who wander into the tunnels seeking shelter. Just like the scuttling vermin with which the beast shares the fetid passages, it has adapted. With time and struggle, humanity has tamed the unknown and forced the monsters into the shadows. But we should never forget that creatures, however monstrous, may find a new home just a hair's breadth away from our own.